Full circle, Operation Timekeeper was working until it wasn't. Tommy and Alice discovered the first anomaly in 1963. A Bishop watch that shouldn't exist, its gears twisted in impossible ways. More corrupted watches appeared throughout history, each one breaking down the barriers between time streams. Marcus isn't just making new time machines. Tommy realized, studying a damaged watch. He's corrupting our anchor points, converting them into temporal bombs. The evidence was everywhere once they knew where to look. The temporal storms were getting worse, but now they centered around the corrupted watches. In ancient Egypt, they found a pyramid that aged backwards. In 2045, cities flickered between different versions of themselves. Time itself was unraveling. The society headquarters shook with temporal tremors. There's only one way to stop this, Tommy's grandfather announced, his voice heavy. We have to find the first watch, the original one that started the Bishop legacy. Marcus must have corrupted it. But the first watch was a myth, wasn't it? The paradox that every bishop wondered about. Where did the original design come from? In a loop where every watch was built, based on studying another watch. Alice grabbed Tommy's hand. I know where it is, she whispered. I've always known. That's why my watch is paired with yours. They're not just twins, they're the originals. The truth hit Tommy like a temporal storm. The watch he'd found in his grandmother's attic and the one Alice carried weren't copies. They were the first pair ever created. Which meant we have to build them, Tommy said. Not copy them, truly design them for the first time. Break the loop to save it. In a workshop outside of time, Tommy and Alice worked. They didn't copy existing designs. They invented new ones, guided by their combined knowledge of time's nature. Each gear they crafted wrote itself into history, creating and maintaining the very legacy they'd inherited. Marcus found them, of course. You can't just let time run wild, he insisted. It needs to be free. Time is free, Alice replied. We're not its masters. We're its gardeners. We don't control it. We help it grow straight. The confrontation shook reality itself. But as Marcus raised his corrupted time machine, Tommy and Alice completed their work. The original pair of watches activated, sending out a pulse of pure temporal energy. Throughout history, Bishop watches responded, restoring their original purpose. Marcus's device crumbled to dust. The temporal storms calmed, and in countless attics throughout time, watches ticked steadily, waiting to be found. What happens now? Tommy asked, watching the timeline settle. Alice smiled, her watch glowing softly in harmony with his. Now we do what bishops have always done. We protect time, train the next generation, and make sure there's always a watch in an attic somewhere, waiting for the right person to find it. And Marcus, wait for it.